you'll ever watch a college football game, the red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Sooners headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Y'all go lay down, bro. Go lay down. Ain't nothing happening out there. Go. Lay down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Georgia sent out the punt team. They'll field this one in tight quarters. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped.
Go lay down, bro.
Set up shop. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. He's got the first down. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down. That'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Handoff to Xavier. Fighting off the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Now on the move. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off play action on first down. A strike downfield. Into the secondary on the right. Out of bounds at the 32, and the chunk play has this offense moving. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give to Frazier. All over him immediately.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires it down the seam. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Yeah, and I don't consider that really a drop. That's a contested catch he could have made, but nice defense. His body right there on the wide receiver so he could feel it. Receiver, you know, it hit his hands. He could have pulled it in and made the catch, but that was really nice coverage on that play.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He's got enough. Oh, what a cut. Gets away from one, finds room. Flying out to the left. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Right side, it's Wiley. At the 40, there he goes. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest. It makes them realize they got to play the run, too. Great play call.
Rides to the back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic, quick.
Makes the grab in their space. He's at the tag. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for room. It's Blaylock. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Mateer. Out wide left, it's Blaylock. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole 9. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
There, headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll run him again. Driven back.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws for the tight end. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. To the air, it's Mateer. Out wide right, it's Harris. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And here he comes out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Left side is Humphreys. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Quickly to the tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Sets his feet, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And you know they're going to go for it again on 4th down. At least you think they are, because early in this game, we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple 4th downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Sees a crease. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got his man. Gun room at the 35. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Georgia going up tempo.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Selling the fake. Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Humphries. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at UTEP taking on the number 17 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Miners sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
On the return, it's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Out wide left, it's Blaylock. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Special teams coming through. The third aspect of the game, delivering big time. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Blaylock. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 50. The 30. He's at the 20. To the house. Touchdown Sooners.
All game long, this guy's been putting his toolbox on display. He's got speed, he's got wiggle, he's got vision. That's another long touchdown run, David. And he made no bones about it earlier in the season. He said, I want to win the Doak Walker Award. He's putting up numbers today that are going to help him do that.
Yeah, this will go a long way. Already over 100. Now add this big, long touchdown run. The defense better find some answers because I'm just going to keep giving it to them over and over again until they solve the problem.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Handoff for Frazier. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Turns up, it's Wiley. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Right at the line. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Face the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Now on 1st first and goal. Let's see what Georgia will do. From the gun. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They want to throw it. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Bulldog! Put 6 on the board. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the run, it's Blaylock. This time, they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's a give to Robinson. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. What a terrible, terrible shank. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Run in the red zone. It's Bowens. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Second down, gonna throw it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. what they hope is automatic. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Right back to it. Runs through a tackle. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Fights off a defender. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Left side is Blaylock. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We got to play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
Georgia using its final timeout here. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away.